Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about this movie, and its name is Red One. Have you ever thought that Santa might have a secret hideout and amazingly Santa could be kidnapped from it? Isn't that fascinating? Well, our story today is based on this concept, full of fantasy and action. Well, who kidnapped Santa and what is their motive? Let's find out in this story. The story begins with a Christmas party where little Jack bumps into his uncle and steals a key from his pocket. After that, he opens a wardrobe where all the adults in the house have hidden some Christmas gifts for the children, because the children believe that all these gifts came from Santa Claus, and even the day before Christmas. But Jack tells all the children that Santa isn't real, and that their parents bring them the gifts. Just then, Jack's uncle arrives, and Jack gets scolded badly. Actually, Jack's father had left him, which is why he didn't believe in Santa Claus or anything like that. Now Jack grows up to be a cunning thief, tracker, and hacker. In the story, we later see him enter a government secret data center where he sets a fire in a park nearby to distract security, after which he sneaks inside and hacks some secret data from the data center there. That same evening, he sells the information to an unknown buyer over the internet, earning him a large sum. Meanwhile, elsewhere, we see the real Santa Claus at the mall, taking pictures with children. No one knew that he was the real Santa Claus. Accompanying him is Callum, who is Santa's security head, a Santa's elf. After taking photos and such, Santa and his entire security team arrive at a secret airport through the back gate of the mall, where Santa's ride is waiting for him. After that, Santa Claus, Callum, and Santa's sleigh depart along with 2 fighter planes. Now, they travel through the sky, arriving directly from the U.S. to the North Pole at the speed of light. In the North Pole, they have a secret base that was hidden from the outside world because the entire place is inside a dome or shield, which we can call Santa's City. Here, we see many mystical and ancient creatures, along with very large and advanced facilities. These are all part of Santa's team. Now Christmas is coming in 2 days, and Santa is preparing for it in the gym. Just then, Callum arrives, in a very bad mood. He gives Santa his resignation. Santa is quite surprised and asks him why he is doing this. Callum replies that he used to do this work for the children and enjoyed it, but that the adults are getting more and more strange day by day. The crime rate is increasing on Earth. No one is afraid of anything anymore. There is no goodness left anywhere. Santa tries to explain to him that if no one is afraid of anything, then we need to correct them. We should believe in them. But Callum says that if he stays among these people for a few more days, he will hate them even more. After hearing this, Santa asks him to stay until Christmas, and Callum agrees. Actually, Santa had made a list for the adults, in which people who did very bad things were included. This list was called the Adult Naughty List, and it was growing every day. After a while, we see some people arriving outside the dome who damage it with a plasma gun, creating a hole. They go inside the place where Santa's hideout is. On the other hand, Callum has come to Santa's old house. He is remembering all the things. That's when he sees some movement in Santa's tower. He immediately tells his security team to search for Santa. Everyone looks everywhere for Santa, but they can't find him. At the same time, Karam also rushes to Santa's room. where he sees that someone has kidnapped Santa from the balcony. He immediately jumps from the balcony and starts chasing the car. Callum follows, going through different rides and finally jumping onto the car. But there was a very large bridge ahead, causing him to fall. After that, he takes a small snow bike from his pocket and makes it bigger with a device. He starts chasing the car. He sees that there is a hole in the dome, which he reports to security. Further down, Callum somehow causes a complete snowstorm and jams the car. He looks inside the car, but Santa is not there. Just then, a jet emerges from above, which makes him understand that it was just a distraction. The real Santa has been kidnapped by the jet, after which the scene of the security office is shown, where they see Director Joe on the screen. Callum explains that someone has kidnapped Santa, who created a diversion by making a hole in the dome. Joe also informs him that they received news that someone had hacked the data center and hacked data about this location, and the trolls are searching for that same person on the internet. Then the trolls appear on the other screen and say that only one person can steal this data, and that was the world-famous hacker, the Wolf, also known as Jack, who has sold this information on the dark web. The next day, Jack is sleeping when he receives a call from his ex-girlfriend, Liv, who was a doctor at the hospital. She had some urgent cases, so she asks him to pick up their son, Dylan. Now, Jack has to pick up Dylan even though he doesn't want to. Dylan is 10 years old and lives with his mom. Jack always tries to avoid him. Now, on the way from school, they talk and bond well. By then, Liv had come home, after which she explains to him that he should visit his son more often and not ignore him. But Jack leaves without saying anything. Actually, Jack was a thief, and he didn't want to create a wrong image of himself in front of his son. That's why he usually stayed away from him. Anyway, when he comes home, he sees that a lot of people are chasing him on the staircase. Someone had also broken into the house. So, he beats up the people outside, catches one of them, and breaks the door to enter the house. Just then, the people inside the house mistake him for Jack and give him a kind of shock. This shock causes the man to freeze. Jack freezes all the people one by one like that too. But there were more people coming, so he goes through the neighbor's house to the building opposite. He opens a gate. He sees Joe standing in front of him, who directly shocks him and freezes him. Then these people take him to their office where he sees the name MORA organization, upon which Joe tells him that they are a facility that works to protect mystical and ancient creatures from humans, meaning that mystical creatures also live on Earth. Jack doesn't believe this when he hears it, but just then the headless horseman appears before him, breathing fire from his mouth. After this, the headless horseman leaves, which makes him completely terrified. Now he is being interrogated, where Joe tells him that to whom did he give the information he stole from the data center 2 days ago, to which he says that he did sell that information, but he doesn't know to whom. While he is telling all this, Callum arrives there, who is very angry and directly goes to hit Jack, but Joe stops him. Callum says that this man is not right. He is on the top of Santa's list. He is a very bad person. Just then, Callum's brother, the polar bear, arrives, who talks like humans. He directly picks up Jack and starts beating him and asks him for the information about the buyer. Finally, Jack reveals that on the dark web, the other party doesn't always pay, so when he exchanged the device for the information, he put a tracker on it. He can see where the client is with the tracker. Joe agrees and gives him his phone back. After which Jack finds the location of that person with the tracker. The client is in a place called Aruba. Callum forcefully takes Jack with him. On the other hand, we finally see Santa, who was kept captive in a bunker. There was a girl in front of him whom Santa knew. She tells him that he has made this place a complete mess. He only says that people should be trusted. They will become good on their own. But because of him, the whole world has gone wrong today. People need to be scared, so she will do what he couldn't do for so many years. After this, she starts to extract a special power from Santa's body, and Santa faints right there. By harvesting this power, she was going to create a type of weapon in which she could imprison humans. Callum and Jack come to a toy store by car, where Callum collects some toys and asks Jack to get a car. Jack takes the Hot Wheels sports car, after which they come to the back door and Callum opens a door with a key. But as soon as he enters the door, he disappears. Jack doesn't understand where he disappeared. Then Callum pulls him too, and they come out to another toy store in Aruba. Jack wonderingly asks what happened now. Callum explains that all the people who work with Santa can come and go to any place in toy stores worldwide. For us, these back doors act like a portal. Anyway, now Callum puts Jack's car on the ground and makes it 3 times bigger with his device, and it becomes a sports car. Jack is completely stunned to see this magic, after which they get in the car and start to go to the beach to find that buyer. As soon as they reach the beach, they start to search for the wire. Just then, they find a mafia gang. Their leader is the buyer. Now, knowing that the mafia is the buyer, Callum goes straight to kill him. But the mafia people come to attack Callum. But Callum is a creature with magical powers with which he could become big or small. And with this, he removes the 3 of them from the way and directly grabs the mafia's collar and asks him, "Who did you give that information to?" Now, because Jack is the wolf who sold the information, and after finding this out, the mafia gets scared. He fearfully says that the person I sold the information to will kill me, and if I take their name, they will hear it. So Callum asks him to write the name on the sand. But as soon as he writes it, Jack takes the name, and as soon as the name is taken, the girl hears it and suddenly comes into her real form. She is a witch, after which the entire atmosphere of the beach becomes scary here, and the witch possesses the mafia's body. Callum recognizes her. She is Grella, the Christmas witch. Now he puts on goggles, then Joe gets a signal. The witch says that I am not giving Santa back. With his help, I am going to punish every human who has made even a small mistake. That means all the humans. Threatening them, she leaves from there. Then the mafia starts to run away because the witch was going to kill him now. But just then, an ice cream truck comes out from under the sea, from which 3 snowmen come out and start to attack the mafia. But Jack somehow escapes from this. Then the 3 snowmen create a lot of ruckus on the beach. The mafia was hiding in one place, but a snowman finds him and freezes him straight away. Meanwhile, Callum fights and pulls the carrot from the snowman's nose, and as soon as it comes out, the snowman is killed. Meanwhile, Jack is trying to set the snowman on fire, but the snowman doesn't die even with fire. So now he runs and comes near the pool, and the snowman freezes the entire pool. Now, because the pool is frozen, Jack gets stuck in it. The snowman was about to freeze Jack, but then Callum pulls out his carrot, due to which that snowman is also killed. After a while, Joe and his team arrive there. On the other hand, we see Grella the witch, who has made a small globe using Santa's power. With this globe, she was going to trap people, and she places the globe in the car of the first man on the list. As soon as the man picks it up, something magical happens and the man disappears. On the other hand, Joe checks in her system where illegal magic is being done around the world, and finds an address in Germany where Santa's brother lives. That means the witch went to meet Santa's brother. So now Callum and Jack both go through the shops to Germany. Callum and his team arrive at a cemetery, and through a secret doorway, they reach the place where Santa's brother Krampus lives. Before going, Callum warns Jack not to touch anything there. Outside Krampus's palace, they find haunts, but Callum tricks them. After that, they find a treasure full of gold, and Jack, as usual, steals some coins, due to which many horns start to play and some trolls come and put them both in jail. After a while, they are brought before Krampus, where Krampus is partying with different witches and creatures, and a game of slap boxing is going on here. Callum tells him that Santa has been kidnapped by a witch. This was the same witch who was Krampus's girlfriend once upon a time. Krampus says that Santa is not here, but the witch did come. And many years ago, she gave me a magical snow globe as a gift. Anything can be trapped in this globe. She came to take that globe back. Hearing this, Callum understands that the witch wants to trap people in that globe as punishment. After that, he starts to leave, but Krampus orders Callum to be put in jail here. He tells Jack to go, but Jack doesn't go. He wanted to save Callum, so he plays a trick and starts to provoke Krampus. At the same time, he says, "Why don't you and Callum challenge each other in the slap boxing game? If you win, we both will be your prisoners. But if we win, you will let us go." Jack provokes him quite a bit, which is why Krampus agrees. First, Krampus hits Callum hard on the ear, which leaves him in a bad state. After this, Callum is about to slap Krampus when Jack activates a device on Callum's hand, causing him to slap Krampus with a large hand, and he falls down right there. After this, Callum brings his robot to life, causing a commotion. They manage to escape and return to the human world through the portal. Now Callum starts respecting Jack because he saved his life today. But unknowingly, in conversation, Jack takes the witch's name and asks what his plan is after all. But because he took her name, the witch overhears them and understands that they know everything. Anyway, they were leaving in the car when a piano appears in front of them on the road with a Christmas gift on it. They see that it's the same snow globe that the witch had placed there. So they decide to run away without touching the gift. But just then, Dylan's call comes, and he scolds Jack quite a bit. He says that the gift Jack gave him is complete nonsense. Hearing this, Jack asks, "Which gift?" Then he shows Jack the gift on the phone. The witch had also sent a similar globe to him, and as soon as Dylan touches it, he disappears somewhere. Seeing this, Jack picks up the globe and disappears to save his son. Finally, we find out that the one who touches the globe gets trapped inside it. Here, the witch had created many globes with the help of Santa's power, and instead of Santa, she was going to give these gifts to everyone's homes. This means that the next day, whoever opened these gifts, they would all get trapped in the snow globe. On the other hand, Callum is calling Joe to tell him about the globe, but to duplicate so many globes from one, such power only existed at one place on Earth. That power was in Santa's own city. Just then, Callum realizes that Santa was never kidnapped, but it was a drama staged to get Callum out of the city. Santa was still there, and the witch was working there, and all the people who were there were imposters. He immediately calls Santa's wife. She says that she is waiting for Santa and she is making cookies for him as soon as he arrives. Hearing this, Callum understands that this is an imposter, and the witch is many men because Santa doesn't like cookies at all, but he doesn't say anything. After that, he and Joe go back to Santa's city through a toy store. Meanwhile, Jack realizes his mistake and apologizes to his son. He says that he will become a good father. As soon as he says that, they both get freed from the globe's captivity, because Jack had become a good person now. That's where Callum also arrives. Then he frees his security team and goes to the Santa's tower to stop her. Now, before the witch could deliver all those snow globes to everyone with Santa, they come to stop her. And after a lot of struggle, Jack and Callum manage to stop the witch's ride. But now the witch, in anger, comes into her true form, which is very large. She is about to kill them when Krampus shows up and saves them, but the witch thrashes Krampus as well. But by then, Santa wakes up and calls his army, trapping the witch in the same globe. That globe weakens the witch by draining her energy, after which Krampus also leaves after wishing his brother Santa a Merry Christmas. After that, Santa meets them and thanks them for saving them, after which Santa, Jack, Dylan, and Callum distribute gifts all over the world, and thus they all save Christmas. Well, with this beautiful ending, our story ends here.